Another area we're seeing Industry 4.0, industrial Internet of Things technologies in farming practices and food handling practices. Currently, there's estimates of a 24% population growth by the year 2050. That's significant based on our current population. And there's the question that people are asking, how do we feed this many people? We're actually not doing a particularly great job at feeding the amount of people that we have at the moment. And so there's two essential answers to this. One is we have to significantly increase more food, or we need to significantly decrease waste, or both. Because approximately a third of the food that we produce around the world gets wasted, not consumed by people. We're talking about 1.3 billion tons of food annually. This is a huge amount of food. And so we can tackle this problem from both sides. Firstly, the farming side and improving our productivity on farms. So people are talking now about smart farming, where, for example, in the milk industry, robots milk cows when the cows actually need milking. So the cows will walk up to the robots. That cow milk, each time a cow's milk will be tested, all the nutrients and things in the milk can be measured. And cows can be fed individual supplements to supplement their diet in what nutrients they're deficient in. So it's really giving the cows a tailored feeding that maintains their growth and optimum performance. This also means they've got a shorter walk. My family has dairy farms, and currently the cows have to walk a long way to the milking shed. If you bring the milking shed or the robot that's going to be doing the milking to them, they've got a significantly shorter walk. They're also looking at putting sensors on cows and being able to detect the movement of the cows, where they are, how much they're moving, and detect things like heat and do prediction for this. And they're also looking at systems of doing automatic grain reordering. So when the grain's starting to get low, rather than a farmer having to climb up and have a look and see what's there, the system will automatically trigger that reordering is required. It will reorder through the preferred supplier. That supplier will come out and fill up the grain before it becomes empty. All of those sort of things are possible, and significantly decrease the work the farmer needs to do and increase our productivity and yield. We're looking at having smart sensors and things on these farms as well, so we can optimize the use of our nutrients and water. Now, water is a valuable resource and commodity, and something that we don't want to just waste and throw around. So we're using commonly near-infrared sensors are being used to monitor vegetation health, and here we see a sky shot from a visual camera and a near-infrared camera, and using this near-infrared camera to look at where the crops are and the health of these crops and where we might need to fertilize and water and all those sort of things. We also have systems for automated sowing and harvesting and cropping, where we have tractors with differential GPS on board to take a lot of this work out so that the farmer doesn't need to do it. But on the other side of that we've got our food wastage. A major area that's happening in our food wastage is between the farm and when it gets to our house. And so we're talking about spoilage based on rough handling, based on incorrect storage, temperatures, pressures, humidity, all of those sort of things that we want to avoid, and sitting on the shelf too long as well. And this just isn't a problem in third world countries where refrigeration's bad, but across the world, across Europe, across the US as well. And so there's systems being put in place, like one that's being developed at La Trobe at CTI, which is Smarter Tag, essentially an RFID tag, which is getting huge amounts of data that we can connect to pallets of food or boxes of food and monitor things like temperature and pressure and location and air quality and all those sort of things. What we're really trying to get here is data. Where's the food spoiling, why it's spoiling, and how can we optimize these delivery processes to reduce this spoilage and essentially increase the amount of available food that we've got for people to actually eat.